Hey everyone, this is James. It is April 14th, about 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. So if you're wondering where I'm getting the numbers from, that's where they're coming from. First of all, this is not investment advice. Second of all, I'd like to just talk about the overall trend. The overall trend, ever since the bubble phase, we've entered into a series of lower highs and lower lows to accompany that. Here's the lower lows right there. So what we can see is visually the market is headed downward. Now we've had a spike, right, like I talked about in the prior video. I'm just going to touch on this video pretty quick. If you want like a more in-depth analysis, a more like behind the logical reasoning on why I think price may still head down from here, go back and see yesterday's video. It's about 20 minutes long, but it's worth it to fully understand why I'm logically thinking this way. But anyways, what you can see here is this is the old downtrend line set, this light pink line. Hopefully you can see it on your screen. Then we have the red line set right here. We've changed trajectory, and we've done this kind of. So as we start to form this quarter round bottom, right? The next step now is to form the other side, to have the rounded bottom, which will either be a continuation pattern if the bottom fails and we roll over it and basically spill over like water out of a bowl, or if we continue upward from there, then that is, you know, the bottom. That's it. So what I think, and just to touch on it real quickly on why I think that we could still head downward, is we've seen these long range bars multiple times in price, and we've seen what happens afterward to these long range bars. So, you know, I'm hesitant to call this the bottom, but anyways, let's just talk about what I think is going to happen over the next day. I think there's still a possibility from a bigger perspective that we go under 6. If you want to hear more about that, watch yesterday's video, but I'm going to touch on what I think is going to unfold this weekend. What I think is going to unfold this weekend is we are going to get a pullback that's going to test this red line, okay, and I think it's going to test it deeper, possibly as like sub 8,000 level, maybe like the mid 7s is kind of what I think we could reach. From there, we should have maybe another run. Now that next run is really going to determine on whether we're going to break above about this 8,300 level, or if we're going to stay under, creating what I call a soft shoulder, which is just a weak reaction to price. So in many cases, when price goes vertical in any asset, it does not matter what this is, okay? Price rises, there's typically a correction or a consolidation to recuperate the energy that's been expended during the run, okay? So that's all it is. Between buyers and sellers, everything that occurs on this planet is energy. It's the transfer of energy. So what we see here is a market, the transference of energy. It's encapsulated in 4-hour bars. It's the action that happens between the buyers and the sellers within the markets, and then we basically frame it out to understand and predict future price movement. So what I think is going to happen, we have the pullback. From the pullback, the question is, do we create a higher high above the 8,300 level? If we do not, and we fail, I'm telling you, it's going to be horrible, just as bad as it was here, okay? We can see the same thing there. We can see the same thing here. Now, this is on a longer time frame, okay? So if we do get the pullback and we do break higher, then there's a very good chance we are going to continue running higher, okay? And that's going to be a positive sign for the market as long as we can put in a higher bottom and continue the trend. If we fail here, we are more than likely, I firmly believe, I am extremely confident, if we fail this level, we are going to bust out 6,000. And it's going to be horrible for people, because I think if we bust out 6,000, we are going to travel the distance of this area. My logical reasoning behind that is that we've done it here, almost 2 times the distance downward. Here, which is about 2 times the distance downward to the next run. And then this same run about 2 times that's 2 times the distance downward. The last run, it just broke even basically right here. So with this spike, though, since we have a $1,200 bar spike, right? We had an influx of volume. The volume has been tapering off quite significantly. We're down to like 5.5 billion from the 9 billion spike that we got, and then thereafter we were like eight something, like the high eights, and then it's been declining ever since. Now it is the weekend, so it's not to put too much emphasis on the volume. But anyways, my point is that if we fail to break this area, I firmly believe we are going to travel 2 times the distance of this range downward. So we're talking 6,500 to about 8,000, maybe like 1,500 points, let's call it. It's a little more than 1,500 points. I think we'll blow out under 1,500 points, under about the 6,400 range, which puts us about 5,000 flat. Now, I've been calling for about 5.5 for quite some time, but I do think if this fails, okay, all right, I'm explaining the analysis. So before you jump the gun and say, oh, he's calling it going, under 6. I think there's a higher possibility we go under 6. But if this fails, this formation fails, and we do not break above this 9,200 level, we are going to break that area, and we are going to be in the 5,000s, the low 5,000s, not the high 5,000s, the low 5,000s. I think it'll be pretty brutal what happens in this market, especially with this. And then, unfortunately, what we're seeing is the continued manipulation of the market to sucker in as many buyers as possible to essentially have them buy Bitcoins at a higher price than the market is really in agreement on. So they'll manufacture these rallies to suck in these retail traders, to suck in these eager bulls, the people that are sitting on the sidelines and they're just waiting and waiting and waiting for it to bottom out, and they create these false rallies and they just annihilate them, all right? And they annihilate you both ways. But this market, we've already seen this occur multiple times. So that's why I'm hesitant. You can watch yesterday's video to learn more about that, but anyways, those are the numbers for tonight. If we do not break 8,300 between today and tomorrow, and we just put in like a little soft shoulder like so, like from the pullback, right? So I'm expecting the pullback, and if we do not break higher, then it's going to be down we go. If we do break higher, I do think we're easily going to rival this 9,200, and I'm pretty sure we'll take it out, and then we'll start to form more of an uptrend as long as we can put in that higher low in the future. Otherwise, we may just kind of have a reincarnation of the prior run from the 6,000 bottom, where we have a nice run, a deeper pullback, and then a failure to break under, right? So that's me projecting into the future. I don't like to get too crazy. That's way too far in time. Anything can happen on this chart, especially over the weekend. But anyways, for the short term correction, possible breakout. If not, this baby is going down, and it's going down in flames right to the 5,000 range. And you can mark my words on that one. But anyways, that's it for tonight. I hope everybody has a great night. Everybody has a great weekend. If you do like the content, please like, subscribe, follow, share the content, comment, let me know what you think. I got a lot of positive feedback on yesterday's video, so if you've not seen that, please go watch that. I think I had over 100 and something likes. That's the most I've ever received on any video, and only 800 views. So that's a huge ratio for us, at least in my eyes it is. But so there was some really good information in that video, and if you've not seen it, I would highly suggest you do watch it. Maybe just put it on 2 times speed or something. That way it's not 20-minute video. But anyways, one thing I would definitely suggest is that if you're interested in cryptocurrency, you're trading cryptocurrency, to join my Slack channel. It's absolutely free, okay? There's over 200 and I think like 15 members now. Everybody's extremely friendly. Everybody like provides like their own insight, their charts, their opinions, news. And it's just a real nice place to be. That's, a free place to be. There's no cost, no crazy, anything crazy like that. And you can converse with other like-minded people. So it's just a great area to be in. Slack is cool. I like it better than Telegram. I feel like it's a little more organized, a little more professional for those purposes. So if you're interested in something like that, you can visit my site at geometriccharts.com. At the bottom, I have the links to my social media accounts. I have the link to the Slack channel. You just click on that. You can either download the app for your mobile phone or just, you know, pop in on your desktop or laptop, wherever you are. It's a really great place to be. All right, I cannot talk highly enough about it. Yes, you know, I started a community, but really, like, a community like is something I'm a part of. So it's like I'm inviting you to join us all, not just me, not just myself, you know. And so if you're interested in it, I would just highly advise you check it out. If you don't like it, you can always leave. You know, it's really easy. But I think you'll find it to be an amazing place, especially if you're interested in the cryptocurrency market. But that's it for tonight. Like I said, hope you have a great day, great night. I will talk to everybody tomorrow.